Hey everyone, this is my third Halloween tutorial. You can tell already from the title, but this is a look that's based on Katherine from the Vampire Diaries when she's in her vampire mode. When she gets all these veins and her teeth comes out. Unfortunately, I actually don't have my fangs here. I actually didn't buy it. I forgot to buy it when I went costume shopping. And besides, I didn't even know that I was going to be a vampire anyway. So, yeah, I wish I had fangs, and something that I'll probably be for Halloween if I didn't have a costume or anything like that. It's really simple to put everything together. You really just need your leather jacket because it's one of Katherine's signature clothing. Anyways, I did a very simple classic smoky look. I want the eyes to be very smoky and dramatic, and then underneath I have on a little bit of liner, no, not a little bit, a lot of liner underneath, and also I have some red and pink shadows just to make my eyes look a little bit more tired. So I'm going to show you what I used exactly in my tutorial because I didn't show you guys what I used. So most of the colors that I used in the tutorial is from this palette right here. This is the e.l.f. 100 palette, and I will tell you exactly what I used. So for my lids, I mixed a couple of colors. I used this whitish color right here. This is from the last column right here, and I used this white color, and I mixed a little bit of this as well. It's like both of them, it's like a white, but one of them is a little bit more on the creamy side. A little bit of this in to have my lid colors. So this is the last column, and it is, I used this color, and this color right here. And for my crease, I used two colors. I used, I used this black right here and also this sparkly black. Now, some of these black have a little bit of a bluish tone. I know that for a fact. This one right here have a little bit of a blue tone, and I probably used this one as well. So I will probably say that I used this one and this one together. So that's why it's a little bit more blue. I also used a silver color for my lids. This is from Crown Brushes, and this is the shadow in number 5711. So this is how it looks like again. And of course I have to add a little bit of sparkles in it. So I used the Naked Cosmetic pigment. This is from the Cotton Candy collection in CC03. And moving on to my lower lash line, I used eyeliner, and I used these two color right here. I used this magenta pink from the e.l.f. palette, and I mixed it in with this lovely red right here. And of course I used my Naked Cosmetic pigment. This is from the Carbonate Blush collection in CB03. To finish it all off with the veins, I used a brown shadow that had a little bit of a red undertone to it because make the veins look more realistic. So I used this color right here. This is the let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I used the 8th column, and also 3 up from the bottom. This is the brown that I used to draw on my veins. So that's all that I used with this whole tutorial. If you want the exact placement of the shadows that I used, go check out my blog, and on my Facebook page I'll have the pictures, and I'll have them circled, and you can see them exactly where they're placed. So that's all that I have to show for the intro. Let's jump right into the tutorial. If you were wondering how I curl my hair, you can go check out my Halloween number 2 tutorial. I had a hair part. It's just the same way that I curled it. So I will see y'all soon, and have a happy Halloween. Bye! I want to start off with our primer always. I actually have some shadow on right now because I went out this morning. Just ignore the whole thing because it's not going to matter much. So go ahead and put on your favorite primer. I use my Urban Decay one. If I sound a little stuffy, it's because I'm sick at the moment. What I do is take your black and just apply this right on the crease area, just shaping the eye. And then this is the part where it gets a little bit frustrating because you're going to have to blend quite a bit. So we're going to blend that color out into our outer corner. There's going to be tons of blending here. And then we're going to kind of make a cat eye shape. So blend it out, blend it up, and make kind of like a V shape. And then you'll have a V shape. And we're just gonna blend all those color out. So we're not gonna pick up any more color, we're just gonna use whatever we have on here and just blend it out. So it's gonna take quite a while. And then we're going to take a blending brush and just kind of blend it out a little bit. And then we're just going to add some color onto the outer corner right here, as close to the lash line as possible. Now you can see that I'm mainly focusing the black color just on the outer corner and my crease area because we want to leave our lid area as clear as possible because we're going to put a very light shade on there. You can see over here. So what you want to do now is just to look at the mirror and see for yourself if you think that this is dark enough. If this is dark enough, you can go ahead and start putting on your lid color. I'm going to take my jumbo pencil in milk, and this is just going to give us a base so then our shadows will stick onto our lids a little bit better. We are going to put on a very little amount and then just blend it out with our finger. Okay, so now that we blend the cream product out, we're going to go ahead and use our flat shading brush and go in with the 3 colors that I told you about in my intro for my lids. And then we're going to pack this on. We're going to go in with some liner. We're going to take the e.l.f. brightening eyeliner in black. And I like this one because it's really creamy. You probably can't see it anyways. So we're going to line our eyes just a little bit with this liner first. And then we're going to go in with liquid liner. So you don't have to be really neat. Just line your eyes. And now we're going to take our liquid liner. This is from Cybercolor. And just swipe off the excess. Starting from the middle, and we're going to wing this out. boo boo there. Okay, so our liner is done. Fix up the color here. And then make sure you blend it out pretty well because you don't want any harsh lines. So now we're going to add some shimmers to our eyes, and I'm using Naked Cosmetic Pigment, and this is from the Cotton Candy collection in CC03. And we're just going to pat this on lightly so there's not going to be a lot of fallout. What I'm going to do is just move on to my lower lash line, and this is the fun part. I'm going to fix up my camera a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to grab my black liner again, and this part you don't need to put on any under eye concealer because we're going to be drawing these veins on, so you're not going to need under eye concealer. In fact, with your dark circles, probably going to make it look more realistic. So this is the only time that you probably can get away with not having to put on under eye concealer, and having dark circles will help you look. So we're going to take our black liner and we're going to put this on our waterline, and we're going to make it as dark as possible. So okay, take your Q-tip and we're going to blend it out a little bit. Okay, a pencil brush, we're going to go in with a magenta pink and a red, and we're going to run this along the lower lash line. So this is the reason why you don't need under eye concealer, is because I'm making this area very dark and kind of bruised up a little bit, and this is just gonna make it look like we didn't get a lot of sleep. And return to vampires. Somehow this area of their eye always get a little bit redder and their veins start to show, so I am going to just recreate that effect with pink shadows. And we want to bring this down as much as you can. We're going to move on to drawing the veins. We're going to take a detail brush, and this is just my eyeliner brush. It's a pointy eyeliner brush, but preferably use a detail brush that's pointy and thin, because this way you're going to get a lot more control when you draw on your lines, because you want your veins to be as thin as possible. I feel like this is acceptable, but I prefer it to be a little bit more, I prefer it to go a little bit thinner than that. So now we're going to take a brownish red shadow. Just start off with random lines. And then we're going to connect it. It will look better if you branch out rather than drawing like single lines. Now that we're done with the veins, we're going to kind of lighten it up a little bit by using a sponge. We're just going to dab on it a little bit because we don't need the veins to be that visible. So there we go. We're going to go in a little bit more with the reddish maroon color just to make our eyes look a little bit more tired. If you want, you can go in with your black liner to just make your lower lash line a little darker. And then we're going to finish off everything with mascara. I'm using the Maybelline 1x1 Volume Express. And let me zoom back out so you guys can see the whole look. So this is the vamped up look. So this is the complete look on the Vampire Diaries Katherine Pierce inspired vamped up look. And you can see the veins is very simple, smoky eye. And to finish it all off, of course, you have to put on your red lips. Vampire and red lips goes extremely well together. So I am going to use my Lise Wattier Lip Kids Crayon Gloss in Melon Twist. And this is going to make the whole look come alive. Dab a little bit of the Revlon Super Luscious lipstick in Wine with Everything. Just a little bit to make it a little bit redder. And you really don't have to be very neat about this lipstick because Vampire, you're drinking blood, and having a little bit of that red just makes it look like you just drank. Of course, you can go ahead and draw on blood if you want, but I'm not going to do that because that's a little too scary. So I'm going to keep it as PG as possible. Add on a little gloss right here. This is the Cargo lip gloss in Madrid. Just a little bit. And this is just going to condition my lip as well as keeping on the lipstick a little longer. So this is my complete look. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm going to go curl my hair. I do sound a little stuffy, I know that, because I am sick at the moment. I filmed this intro. So I'll see y'all soon and have a happy and safe Halloween. Bye!